Hello, and welcome to my playground. This is the Mad Chemist Church, or Church McGurch, depending on where you know me from. And welcome to Madman Reviews, featuring Saleblazers. Now, no, sounds a lot like something else, like some sort of trailblazers. I guess it's kind of the pun there, especially if you like punny things. So let's fire the game up. Let's get into this a little bit. Now, this is a game that is not completely over with. I've beaten the as of right now storyline, so I'm just gonna kind of show you around, show you kind of what I've done, give you details, kind of just show off the game and what they've so far done with the game. And as of right now, it's really good. Lots and lots of stuff that needs fine-tuned, lots and lots of stuff that needs updates, stuff that to be added. A lot of this stuff just kind of sits here. There's no real place for it. So this is your research. One of the few things you start with is this is your research board. You'll come in here, you'll pay money, and then you'll unlock these things. And as you unlock them, you can see I pretty much have almost everything. These are all turrets to defend your shop from raids, because not only can NPCs raid your shop or shop plots, but if you have it set to open, other people can come in. So there is an actual set of PvP. So you can see you can get these different kinds of turrets you can put down. Then you load them up with ammunition, and they'll shoot. They're not the greatest thing in the world, but they're something. You see, you can all the way down here to where you start getting into like a lot of the easier stuff, better tools. And then just kind of, this is another kind of open world survival, as I do love my open world survivals, where you can get stuff like these are all ammo crates, and I just have different types of ammo in them. Not the most effective way to do it. Same thing, like these all don't require refrigeration, and items don't really seem to spoil in this game, so you don't really have to worry about that too much. Cooking, all the different things, it'll auto pull from here into here, and then just cook, and then stack or sit right down here. Different forms of storage, like I have different different tools. All the different kinds of weapons I've collected over just the course of playing. You can see like a revolver, prototype burst, C-17, a deagle, trench, sawed-off, repeater rifle, M1 Grand, AK, 4 Thompson, AA-42, a laser crossbow, yeah, it shoots a laser, mortar, radiation baton, so melee weapons down here, a zero iron, golf club, and a Curse of the Desert. It's just kind of like a staff. There is magic in this game, so you can either use books or you can find like wands and staffs and stuff. They are pretty rare. Like this is the only one I've found. Ammunition, there's lockpicks because there are lock things, and then money. On my hotbar, I have my sword, my katana, experimental. There's different enemies with different weapons and different statuses. Like you can see, this one's legendary. My AWP is basically 50 cal sniper rifle. My gold pickaxe, gold axe, and gold is the highest tier so far. A repair hammer, a mop. So you do get basically a vehicle, and it's essentially a golf cart. Food and water, as you do have, as you see in the top left corner, there's a food and water, and this is also how you restore health. So there are healing potions you can make, but you can also just restore health by drinking or eating food. So, and then there's also things like wooden crates that you can restore stuff in that have, as you can tell, much more storage. And then you can get armor stands to either display stuff, like I have part of my hazmat kit here. I have some random legendary cowboy stuff here. As you can see, I'm wearing samurai. Come in here, you see samurai helmet. And ranger shoes, because I haven't gotten better samurai gear, samurai mask, samurai gloves, and then I got this along like at the beginning of the game, and I haven't found anything better than it. Here to make electronics, to repair, upgrade. You can repair your gear, upgrade your gear. Your crafting bench, which pretty much this is the only one of like 2 things you need to craft everything in the game. Pretty much if it's not at the sewing machine or the weapon forge, it's going to be at the crafting bench. See all the different kind of things you can craft. This is just for decoration. You can't really do anything with it. Bed to sleep to pass the night by. Electronic. Pretty much just to craft some of the more electrical things. Go outside. Potion cauldron. Make the potions. Like I said, there are potions. Weapon forge. To forge weapons. And some armors, like the more metallic or hardier, your turrets, your electrical weapons, like the stone helmet, the bamboo, iron, knight, gold, or copper, gold, stone furnace, sawmill, charcoal kiln, kind of all self-obvious. I have this because this is actually one of the coolest things that they did. Once you get a stack of ammo, you can convert it into a box. So instead of it being like this entire huge thing, you can just convert, I think it's like 999 units of ammo into a box, and then you can go put it somewhere. So you can see I've got just a ton of random ammos. And then, unfortunately, grenades take up 1 spot altogether, so I put these random crates in here. Lighting is not very good. I haven't messed with like a lot of the electrical. This is all like, you can see oil lanterns. So this is my place. You can get employees because, you know, the whole thing about this game is that this game is to be a Saleblazer, basically, a shopkeeper. So this is kind of my employee back room area. Let's see if I can sleep. Before you pick something up, if you've sold it before and if you've seen a price for it, it'll tell you what the price that you can get for it. So if you're deciding like what item should I get between that one or that one, and it tells you, oh, I've sold this for 500 and I've only sold this for 45, so you only want to, you know, why take the one that only sells for 45 and you can take the one that sells for 450. So my employees table, where I basically can hire, it gives you random ones and then you can reroll. Manage the current ones you have, like, so this store I have set up to be all the samurai. You can train them, and then each kind of gives you a fast course, so it only takes a couple hours or a couple days, and it's 60% off, 52% off. Research so that you can get different things, like employees can craft, employees can go gather, how many employees you want, how fastly they train, how fast they are, and then kind of a brief overview of everything. How much you have, how much is in your vault, if you want to take some, how many employees you have, the name of your shop. This is Pop Pops, this is the first one. I never expanded out past the first one. You see I have, like, this is all decoration. They don't eat or drink, but they do require chairs, so I have chairs for them to sit on to regain morale and energy. So they also have a couch. These are kind of the high-end tier final boxes. They have, it's like 48 or 64 spots in them. And I leave these here because what I'll do is I'll put the items in here. They'll come and grab it. They'll take it out here, and then they'll put it on the shelf somewhere. And then the customer will come in, find the item, grab it, come up here. One of my employees will ring them out. And that's pretty much the gist of that. You can get different cash registers, and all it does is really make things worth more. The more beautiful your area is, like you can see I'm at 16, the more money you can get from people. Mannequins just holding a bunch of random crap. Just a bunch of random stuff. Clothing racks, so you can put clothing in here. Areas for the customers to sit, because the customer, if you look at them, they do have like comfort level, bladder, beauty. So the higher those bars are, and if they're maxed out, the more money you'll get from an item. Customers also make messes, which you have employees that'll come and clean up the mess to restore your beauty level. See, this guy, he's a window shopper. He's not actually going to find anything. He's going to tell you what he wants, and then you have to get him the money, or get him the item. But the best thing about it is he'll give you the money for the item, plus the same amount again for going and getting it for him. So if you're the one doing the selling, that's how to kind of double up your money. I also have this bathroom. Let's get this cleaned up real quick. Oops. Bathroom employee, or not employees, but customers will come in, they'll use the bathroom, which increases their bar. And then they'll come over here and they'll go to the sink, which will also increase their bar as well.
Great.
I have fountains, because that's another thing. Customers will be thirsty. Different kind of light around here. An ATM. I don't have any power hooked up to this, but this is so a customer can go out, buy something, come back, get more money, go in and buy a second item or a third item. I don't have any power to it, so it's currently not doing anything, and I just upped that customer. You can get different things in here like this. This will actually be for entertainment, so if a customer comes in and their bar is low on entertainment, they'll come over here and they'll look through the magazine rack. This is a retro cash register, but there's other ones you can get. You can also eventually get self-checkouts. I just haven't designed this place for electricity yet. But that's the selling part. You can also farm crop plots. So if you want to farm, or have your employees farm, eat some food, drink some water. One of the best things about this game is you can teleport from anywhere. You don't have to be at a teleporter. You can just teleport. So you pick a spot. Oh, I need to go over here. Click, and you teleport. So this isn't the only shop plot in the game. There's multiple other ones as of right now. They'll add more later, obviously, as they open up more of the area. I've explored pretty much everything I can. But you come in here, you purchase this shop plot, and then you can come in and decorate it and design it to your heart's content. And then sell and get it to 5-star. As you saw, the other one was 5 stars. This one is only half a star. Because as you can tell, I really haven't done anything with it. Some nice cherry blossoms in the background. There's that one. There's the Smith Rock, which I've purchased. The Hillside Shop. I believe there's one more over here. Yeah, it's the Decommissioned Shop Plot, which is in the desert. There may be one or two more. I haven't exactly explored to the full extent. There seems to be a unpassable barrier right about here, and here. So as you can see, there's still a good portion of the map that they haven't opened. Because I believe I got to the other day, I got to about here, and there was a barrier here that I couldn't get past. So I'm imagining that barrier is probably along there, and you can see that's quite a bit left of the map that you can't access. That's all going to be future. Yeah, there's a barrier here as well. As of right now, there's only a couple bosses in the game. This is where other people come in. There's a shop plot right here too. I just haven't purchased it. This is where you could sell to other people. you put a shop plot here, and other people can come through and visit either peacefully or not peacefully, and you can have this shop pop up right here and have it specifically set for other players. Actually, you know what? Let's go back to this shop plot and get some money. I don't remember exactly how much it was. Let's take a look. It's in a book. Yeah, there's another window shopper. You can either go get the item, like he wants an Apex gem, which is actually a kind of difficult item to get. But if you have the right weapon, it's not that hard. As you can see, this sword actually starts with just shocking, but there's different areas you can go once you complete certain storyline arcs, which will get you the ability to enchant your weapons for a small fee. So I put, this one started with shocking, so I put radioactive, I put toxic, and I put frosty on there. Unfortunately, ranged weapons do not get the same benefits. They don't have enchantments for them yet. I'm kind of hoping that that's something that eventually they're gonna do. Access here. I'm gonna take 5,000. So you can either do that to talk with money, or this is how you basically control. I can open or close. I can set the hours to auto open. Set everything there. If I want to set a specialty item, or if I have the ability to set a specialty item, I can click on a person, shows me an overview, what they can collect, what they're good at, what they're doing, what they have equipped, and then what they work. And then I can call them in if they're not there, I can find out where they are, or I can fire them. One other thing. On here is shop policies. A shop's current max level is 20. You can come in here and you can spend money to unlock these policies. And then you can put them on there. All different ones that make items sell for more, make customers less messy, increase how many customers you can have, make your employees work faster, work harder, work for less money, just different things like that. So that's that. See, it's pretty nice. Pretty big area. Here's another area. This is a town, village, whatever you want to call it. There's another village over here. Another village over here. And as I said, there's magic, so you have the wizard's camp there. Another village here. You have an open bazaar here. It's some stuff there. I'm hoping. Oh yeah, the Smith Rock shop. There's that one right there. This is where you get glider, Apex Forest for Apex. Standard Apex gems. It's where you get your golf cart, which I'm hoping that they add like upgrades, because right now driving the golf cart is actually pretty rocky and not like the greatest thing in the world. It takes some getting used to, and there are a couple. So one of the main things is you can get these runes, and you just have to touch them, or you go and you find. So you can see here I have 219. So you find these scattered out. They usually have a little purple beam. You go up and you touch it, or you have to do something like you have to shoot all the bottles within the time, or you gotta hit all the points in like a race. And one of the races is with the golf cart. It took multiple attempts to get that. To get one of those races done. The other race is bugged. You can't complete it because if you hit a corner, the corner just kind of throws you into the air. So there's just no way to complete it. So island shot plot. Here comes somebody. Bit of lag there. Take his hat. Take his stuff. But this is one of those, if you want to craft, you can totally play the game just through crafting. If you want to fight, you can literally just play the entire game through fighting. 15 ticket. And then he poofs. And I now own this. Crap, this plot. So you can craft, you can gather, you can literally just sell anything you gather. Let's see, is that one? Kind of want to find something to show. Oh, yeah, there's random chests. Chests just have random items in them. Sometimes they're in correspondent to what area you're in. There's zip lines everywhere naturally, and then later you can unlock, as you progress through the story, you can unlock player zip lines. So if you find some spot that doesn't have a zip line and you really are like, man, I wish this had a zip line, you could put a zip line there. I guess I've already taken that chest. I haven't quite figured out how long it takes for some items to respawn. Well, not items per se, but... oh, there's one right there. Chests to respawn. Those guys all have surfboards. So at night, this is kind of like Minecraft, where enemies spawn. Normal enemies will spawn pretty much throughout the day that you can kill. But at night, the cultists start spawning, and they spawn pretty much everywhere. So we can just take care of him. Take care of him. Whew. That's a whole bunch of them. You see that one just died from the toxic and the radiation. And since I've had so many runes, I've actually upgraded my... oh, I hear battle music. These are all outlaws. So these aren't the cultists. These are just normal enemies that would spawn. I don't know if it's late enough. But this right here, there's random vendors all over the place. And this guy right here, random vendor. You can find, he just sells an accessory, random glasses, which you could buy and then try to turn around and sell yourself. So that was a rune back there before I got ambushed. Here's a zip line. And most of the runes are pretty much that simple, where you just kind of see them, touch them. The zip line just kind of... I hear combat music, but I'm going to try to see if I can teleport back. There we go. So that's pretty much combat in a nutshell, yeah. And the vast majority of the game is pretty much that. It's just how much time do you want to spend either in a shop or out exploring. It's up to you. Like, you could go through the entire game and literally play the entire game just being in the shop. If you want the runes, you do have to go out and get the runes. So that does require a little bit more exploration. But otherwise, if you just want to craft and sell your stuff, you can just craft and sell your stuff. Cooked catfish, roasted squid, beach ball, cowboy hat. And as you can see, I have all these, like, these boxes were all full not too long ago, and now they're pretty much down to almost nothing. So it's a pretty having it only open 12 hours in-game, they sell a lot of stuff. You can see I'm at 229,000, which at this point, I really don't need money. So I could probably turn off my entire shop and just kind of go to the next shop and try to get it up to 5 stars, or just not sell anything anymore until the game itself till the developers update it again. And who knows when that'll be. Try to do a little bit of organization before I call this. Just kind of show off a little bit of the game. because there's all different kinds of meats you can take, eggs, all different kinds of drinks, gallon of milk, blue soda, red soda, cherry blossom, coffee, tea, apple juice. In my inventory is steak and water. You come to the kitchen, you have all the different things you can cook. All the different kinds of things you can make. You can go get a cup of water and then boil it so that it becomes clean water. Just all different kinds of little fun things, and the developers seem to be pretty active, as a lot of this. I saw somebody else play this game, I want to say probably about a year or so back. I thought it was really cool looking. Come back now, it finally went on sale and I had the money to get it, so I came and got it. You can see all kinds of different items. There's even alcohol, you can get drunk. Different weapons, like stone. I have so much stone that I can just sell it. Standing TV, these are all monitors. There's even different bathroom items. Condense this down a little bit. I don't know if all the desktops have sold, but yeah, like I found a bunch of like gaming desktops in a place I was raiding. And I got a bunch of desktops. Because that's another thing, is like this area up here is a boss. You fight a boss here that you can spam to get his gear, better gear. And this whole area is a raidable area where you can come in and just take a bunch of stuff. Battlefield's another one where there's a bunch of stuff you can get. These areas here is a place where you can get a bunch of stuff. Same thing over here. This is an area where you can get a bunch of stuff. So there's all these just different spots where if you don't want to craft or if you don't want to do anything, you can just go out and get all this stuff. Get like an entire inventory. Same with like around here and here. Same with this area. Like there's just big patches. So the upgrading in this game for basically to make it easier on yourself. You can teleport to here. Once you've done a quest for her, she'll come here, and she'll be able to unlock the power of the runes. What'll happen is she'll be able to unlock additional inventory space, which I'm at the point where I have 250. I don't have that. And then she can also, for a little bit of money plus runes, she can give you dimensional space, which is basically if you die, anything in that space doesn't drop, because just about everything else drops. So I haven't really done this one too much because it's not, dropping your stuff isn't that big of a deal. It's an annoyance, sure, but not right now. So you can see my entire hotbar is interdimensional, and now all of this is interdimensional, so I won't drop anything that's on my hotbar, and I won't drop anything that's in these first rows. There's two more, so you know what? While I'm sitting here, I'm gonna do this. I have the money, so I might as well. As you can see, it's like only 15 runes, so you can see, like, it's been a while. I haven't really updated this one too much. So we'll do nothing for now. Now my entire row is saved. And then anything in your hand is also saved. And then you have, like, here, I have lock picks. If I wanted to steal this, I'd have to lock pick it, and then I could pick it up. Or there's some items you can't pick up. There's another rune that I've already touched. And then if it doesn't have that F to grab red, I could literally just take it without there being any consequences. If you do decide to steal something, generally an NPC will come and find you and take it back, or if you do lockpick a door, an NPC will generally run and find you, so you gotta be pretty quick. You gotta get in, grab what you want, and then leave. Because I've had it where, like, there was no NPC anywhere, and I was looking around, I was taking stuff, and then boom, this NPC was like, hey, stop doing that. And I'm like, oh shit. You can see this one doesn't have red, but there's nothing in here because I've already looted it. Yeah, here's the barrier that I was talking about. Can't go past that barrier, which I was saying. There seems to be a barrier about right here. Goes down along here. And all the way around. Trying to think if there's anything else. Beautiful game, beautiful music. It usually goes on sale. I definitely, if it drops like 50% off, I definitely recommend. I've put 20, 30 something hours into it, or if not more. And I still haven't done everything, as you can see. This is stopped due to, as you can see, continuing the 1.0 release. This one stopped, and this one stopped. Because these are all ones that are going to be set to go. And then I just can have, like, I need to just put this guy's charm out there, but I have to make sure they sell for 40 or more. I have to find this person, which is weird. And then I just did this one where I bought the shot plot. But now I have to get the shot plot to 5 stars, so maybe if they reintroduce or move something. And this is a multiplayer game, up to 8 people, so you can see here. If it's part of my party, it'll show up here. If it's somebody visiting, like if I had it open for visitors or invaders, they'd pop up here. And then obviously the menu, but you also have a leveling system. Pretty basic. I'm hoping that they'll actually open up like a tree skill set thing or something for each individually one of these, because as of right now, you level up, you can put a point into something, and it costs money to level. And then all your stats here. And then your other stats up here. And then there's so much to explore. I know I spent several hours raiding this area over here because there's just so much stuff and I couldn't pick it all up. There are backpacks in the game, but I think the biggest backpack is like a 10 slot. And what you can do is you can put the backpack down, open it, put the items in, and then pick it up and put it in your inventory. But that takes so much extra work to put something down, put a bunch of stuff into it. You can also talk to them and tell them what to do if you want them to prioritize a task. But it's so hard, and there's enemies everywhere, so you'd have to stop, take a backpack out, put it down like that, and then walk over, press E to interact with it, move items around, and then pick it up and put it back. You can also put it on your back, but the same thing. Like, I believe it goes here with the accessories. But it's the same thing. You'd have to pick it up, put it on the ground. And that's the only way... that's the only way to work that. But since I do plan on playing this game a little bit more, I'm still not done. I kind of want to explore some more. Still kind of want to finish exploring these areas, because there seems to be still a little bit more around here. Put it on that one. Still seems to be a little bit more around here. The only other thing I can think of is maybe to show off. See if I can find one of the apex creatures. Show you guys the apex creatures. So far, they just look like giant gorillas. There's no real variety. It's just one's black, one's red, and one's purple. There's 2 factions. There's the Outlaws and the Ronin. So you'll see them fighting. You'll see their banners everywhere. I'm hoping they add more factions later. And I hope they add more Apex creatures. Because as of right now, there's only 3 Apex and they're all the same. They all look like this guy right here. And it's just he's brown. The other ones are white. the cold air biome are white, and then there's a summoning ritual you can do to summon a purple one. Oh, and the cultists, that's right. There's 3 factions. And they give you usually a random item, which that's pretty much, I haven't found a good use for it. They give you an Apex gem, which generally sell for a lot, and some Apex fur, which also sells for quite a bit. But, as I said, as it generally stands right now, there's not... Once you kind of get into this, like, the game is pretty difficult to start with, but as soon as you get into the swing of things and once you get some stuff going, the game becomes pretty easy. As you, like, that was actually a pretty tough fight the first couple times I did it, but now I'm just kind of like, I 3-shot them. There's a, like I said, there's like a ritual thing you can do to get the purple one to show up, and it gives you, so there's 3 different kinds. There's a red, a blue, and a purple. I don't have any of the purple at the moment since I used it for a quest. Or I used it to make an item. Which let me put this away. Put this away. Oh, I do have a purple. Yeah, Bellsworn Apex. Normal Apex, and then there's an Abominable Apex. This is part of a quest. This is a refined Apex gem. There's little plushies. Different items. So there's no mini-map, so there's items you can wear in your inventory. I'll give you a mini-map, like these will give you a mini-map. Different key cards to different areas. I just forgot. There's also fishing. I really haven't gotten into the fishing. My fishing, farming, didn't really get into any of that stuff. There's gliding on top of all of it. So if you want to, you can kind of glide from high places, which takes a bunch of Apex stuff to get. So it's kind of, you don't get that until about mid-game. There's something I was going to... There's something I was gonna go to... But... that's it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how you're doing. I hope you enjoyed this review of Saleblazers, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. But until then, you stay you be you, and most importantly, adventure on.